Good afternoon. Thank you for coming. One of the main things that I want to talk about today is basically how to care for a newborn calf, especially this time of year when most of your cow calf pairs are, or your cows are becoming due. We have a lot of farmers that like to have their calves in late January, February, March. This time of year tends to bring on the cold, the wet, the muddy, and the rain. So there's a lot of variables involved in making sure that that calf is well taken care of. One of the main things that you want to make sure to do is when that calf is born, get it inside, especially when it's cold or if it's muddy. Get it inside, get it where it's dry, get mom and the calf in corn stalks, bedding of some sort. Um, Keep it dry. You want to change it, and you want to get everybody warm. You know, you want to make sure you rub that calf down really, really good. It not only helps dry the calf off, but the rubbing gets that, I want to say, gets that motor running for that calf, or gets him or her up and moving, and realizes what's going on. That's especially important within that first hour of having that calf. If you notice that mom is not taking care of that calf, you need to get going on it. Just kind of, if nothing else, just help the mom out. I know some of us are a little scared to go out there, especially if it's a cow that we're not really quite so sure on, if we can get near our calf or not. But for the most part, the moms know that we're out there to help them. We don't want to hurt them. We don't want to hurt the calf in any way. But they're like everybody else around here. We all become moms and want to take care of everybody. So you just want to make sure that that's one of the top things you do is get the calf and the mom in, get it dried, and we've been known to use hair dryers on occasion, or even bring them inside, like in the garage or in a place where it's heated, especially when it's really, really cold and mom is not taking it. So, I just want to make sure you get that. Another thing you're going to want to do with calving is make sure you, kind of watch your cows before they're having their calf. You're going to want to look at their teats, make sure that, especially with it being so cold outside, that they didn't have an issue with frostbite. Everything is going well for mom. Everything looks good for her to have that calf. When the calf is born, you're going to want to know that you're going to want to see that calf. Of course, mom getting him cleaned up. He or she's able to get up on her own, and you're going to want to see it nurse. Within the first couple hours, that calf's got to be nursing because it has to get that colostrum. Colostrum is something that the mama cow has. It has all of her antibodies. It has her immune in it, and it's a really good get up and go starter for that calf. And you want to make sure that that calf is nursing. If in fact that calf can't nurse, doesn't nurse, or has problems, you're going to want to get it in. Try and help along, get mama in the chute, get calf up next to her. But of course, we all run into that place where the calf's it's just not going to work with mom, and so that's when us farmers take over, and we kind of step in, and pretty much becomes a bucket bottle calf for us. So one of the things we'll do first is we'll try with the trusty bottle. We'll get ourselves some colostrum. You want to try and, if you can, try and milk it from the mom. If you can't, try and grab an older cow from the herd that has going to have colostrum, going to have enough colostrum for everybody. But what you're going to want to do is get some actual colostrum if you can get your hands on it, whether it is from that mom, from another cow in your herd, or even if you've got a local dairy down the way that have had, that are having calves, and they, a lot of times they keep frozen colostrum just for cases like this to get everybody up and running. If you don't, the local ag stores do carry colostrum supplement replacement. It's not as good, but it will definitely get the calf up and going too. But what you're going to want to do is within that first couple hours, at least trying to get 1 quart in that calf to be able to get that calf going and get get that sucking motion going and get the nutrients in for them. Progressive Cattleman says on their website too, by the time 24 hours is done, if you have to bottle feed a calf, he should have at least a gallon of colostrum in him or her within that first 24 hours, and that will charge that calf up and get him up and running, and he'll be able to be kicking his heels up with everybody else in a few days. So if in fact you do have an issue where that calf is stubborn and he just said, no, I ain't gonna suck, I'm not gonna do this, that's when you get the good old bag out and you have to tube him. And the one thing you want to make sure is, as you're standing next to the calf, you're going to want to go down the left side. If you end up going down the right side of that calf and go in, you're going to hit his lungs, and you're basically going to drown him to death, because all that fluid's going to go into his lungs, can't breathe, and he's going to die on you. So you're going to want to make sure that when you're tubing that calf, as you're standing next to that calf, that tube ends up going down the left side, and you'll feel it go down, and you'll feel it go into his stomach. And then you'll want to do the same thing, give him a quart. Now you're going to want to, according to milkproduction.com, you're going to want to stay away from the tubing constantly, because you want that calf to suck. You want him to be able to suck a bottle. The tubing's going to irritate things. It's just going to make things worse. Couple things you want to look for too with newborns as far as diseases go are the scours. Scours are not a fun thing. Scours can develop just by being in a same calving pen with other calves. It's usually viral, or it can be cryptospermatic. It's another type of scours. It can be viral. Cryptospermatic is a parasite. That comes from Tigas.com, where they say that basically it's not treatable unless it's bacterial, which most of the time it's not. It usually just has to run its course. You just make sure it has extra fluids, extra electrolytes, and Tigas.com also said make sure you put that calf in a pen separate from everybody else, and you gotta watch it. If it does end up having blood in its stools or starts running a temperature, you're gonna have to get some antibiotics in it, because then it's probably running another infection too, besides there's more of a bacterial infection. So that was just kind of a few quick tips today on how to kind of care for your newborn. That was just kind of a quick overview. You just try the best you can. That sometimes they end up being our kids out there, our children, and we don't want anybody to go down on us. We don't want anybody to die on us, and we just want to make sure that everybody is up and running, and come springtime, come April, May, when the pastures are green, they can be out there running with the rest of their buddies. So I just want to thank you for your time, and have a good day. Thank you.